All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Blessings to everybody here in the name of Yeshua, the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the King of Kings, and the Lord of Lords. I do pray that you are all blessed. And I know why you guys are here. You guys are here for some of the absolute most serious technical analysis out there. And you can tell just how serious we are around here. You've probably never seen someone look more serious in your life. And you would be right. Obviously, I take myself super seriously. You know, got the Pikachu hat, got the upside down glasses, got the American flag shirt, because I'm proud to be an American, and at least I know I'm free. And I want to thank all the men who died, and good old Dr. Fauci, and I'll never stand up next to you, because I'll probably spread COVID. And all right, enough of that. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're probably going to look at the charts. Let's check this out. Let's check it out, guys. Here we are, guys. Currently long on Bitcoin. Currently long on Ethereum as well. Currently short on Bitcoin. So, and currently long on Bitcoin. I'm long and long and long and long on Bitcoin. And I'm short and I'm long. Let me show you guys what I mean. Let's go into the Discord over here. Last week, at about sometime on Thursday, I posted this trade setup in here because we were getting a hidden bullish divergence on Market Cipher B as we were coming down to a Fibonacci golden pocket. And this is something that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about finding those good trade setups, because I've been posting a lot of my trade setups on YouTube. I've been posting a lot of trade setups in the Discord. And I've been getting a lot of questions of how I'm finding the trade setups, how I know when to enter. So what I want to do today is kind of walk through how to use the fib and divergences to catch bounces, counter trend trades. A lot of the scalps I take are counter trend trades. If we're dumping, I'm looking for scalp longs. If we're pumping, I'm looking for scalp shorts. That's kind of how I do it. So I posted here, this is basically, we could call this my swing trade, right? Kind of. Where we were getting hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour Market Cipher B, where we were coming lower and lower on the momentum waves. And meanwhile, we're printing higher lows on the price, lower lows on the momentum, right? And what I did was I said, yeah, I'm going to enter a long trade right here in the Discord. So that's what I did. I entered long right there. That trade is currently up right now. Let me see. That trade is currently up. Is this it? This is it, yeah. This trade is currently up over 200% in profit. And then later on, the next night, we had a perfect short setup come about. So there was a trade setup that I had been waiting for quite some time. In fact, last Monday on August 9th, I posted this trade setup from $48,000, a short from 48K. Keep in mind, this was almost a week before the trade setup actually happened, but I had the plan in advance to short from this level if I had certain things that I saw on Market Cipher as price was coming to this level. Well, that's pretty much exactly what did happen. And we got that trade set up. Let me see where. No, those are the longs I took last week. The longs. Took some longs. And then, yeah, I took some nice longs. Where was the short? Yeah, this short right here. All right. It happened Friday night. Entered the trade. Took some profit, 100% in profit. I'm actually still holding this short. Even though it's not at 100% profit anymore, I took profit 1 here because we hit a 382 level, which as you can see was my take profit level, my plan from the beginning when we hit that 382 to take profit there. And then, so I'm holding the short, and then this morning I wake up and I see this potential awesome setup right here where, I've said, look, we're coming up to a golden pocket and it looks like we're printing some bullish divergences on Market Cipher, bizzle. And I'm like, if we come down to this golden pocket and those bullish divergences stay, well then I will enter along. And that is what happened. So because my plan came to fruition, I did enter the long trade. You can see the chickens were drinking water. We got that really nice bounce. And I actually took that trade, guys, on PHEMEX. And I know a lot of people call it PHEMEX, but I call it PHEMEX. I call it PHEMEX. It sounds better to me. PHEMEX I like better than PHEMEX. I don't know why. But this trade you could see was up 45% in profit. That is where I took some profit out. The reason I'm not trading on PHEMEX is because there's the regulations that are coming in on Bybit in America, and I'd rather trade on a more secure exchange. If you're interested in trading in PHEMEX, I do have an affiliate link if you want to support my channel in the description. So I'm still in this Bitcoin long, guys. I am still in the Bitcoin long. I have taken 35% out of the trade, and I'm going to let the other 65% ride. I'm thinking we come up higher. And then later on today, I also saw this potential setup right here, where Ethereum, a potential scalp on ETH, very similar to the Bitcoin trade we had this morning. I wanted to come down to the golden pocket. I saw we were starting to print the bullish divergences on Market Cipher B on some of the higher time frames, okay? And we came down to that level. I entered the trade, got a nice little bounce, and then I basically took some profit at 24%, and the chickens were drinking, guys. The chickens were absolutely drinking. You could see here that the chickens were indeed very thirsty. You could tell just by looking at them here that, look at her. She's like, where's the water at? I'm thirsty over here. Where's the water? You can tell that chicken look, that chicken where's the water look. And so basically, guys, that Ethereum trade, I just took some profit out of that. Yeah, I mean, I took some profit out when we were about 50%. Okay, this isn't my take profit. This is just the open trade. But I had the stop loss at the entry. It's a guaranteed win for me now. And so essentially what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm entering multiple trades. I'm taking profit early, moving the stop loss to the entry to guarantee it's a winning trade. If the price keeps moving in the direction that I want for the trade, then I continue to take chunks of profit out along the way up, or if I'm short, along the way down. And if I get stopped out, then it's stopped out as a winning trade. So it's a system that I've got here where I'm longing and shorting from different accounts all at the same time, and I'm taking profits out along the way. It's a pretty good strategy. But I want to talk about today, how am I finding these trade setups? How am I pulling the fib? And what am I looking for on Market Cipher B? Because there's no end to the amount of trades we could take here, guys. There really is no end. We just have to be patient and wait for the good trade setups. Like, we have to be patient. I remember when I posted this trade this morning, this potential long scalp here, people kept asking me, are you long, are you long, are you long? Because price kept coming up. Price was coming up higher. And people felt like we're going to miss the boat. People feel like if you see a good setup, guys, you need to wait for the setup to happen. If you miss the boat, you miss the boat. There's a good chance the boat might come back and dock, and you might be able to hop back on the boat. You might, and really the thing is true. Also, the boat, if it starts to leave without you, and you're convinced that it's really going to leave, you can always swim out to the boat as well. But I advise waiting for those setups. Just because you see a good setup and it looks like price is going to leave without you, don't FOMO in. Wait for the setup. I promise, most of the time, you will be happy that you waited for the setup. Most of the time. Not all the time. Most of the time. And you guys can tell how serious I am. I mean, look at me, guys. And by the way, speaking of how serious I am, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. You should never listen to a guy on YouTube with a Pikachu hat, all crooked. Who do I think I am? Upside down, crooked glasses, American flag t-shirt, lives in the basement gym, guys. All I do is lift weights and trade crypto. Okay, don't listen to a guy like me. All right, you should listen to a real financial advisor, a real one, which I am not. So let's come back here. Let's come back to the Chisnarts. I'm getting a little bit of a retracement now. Ethereum long, Bitcoin. Actually, you know what's cool about the Bitcoin short, guys? You know, the Bitcoin short that I'm in, we came up to about 48,000. Let's take a look at this. We came up to about $48,218. You can see right here, right? Boom. 48,218. That was the top of the move right here. My entry for the short was 48,200. So I was $18 away from shorting literally the exact top. You know how that happens, guys? The Lord had favor on me, right? Baruch Hashem. That's all I can say. God had favor on me on that one. I was blessed in that entry. It's not because I did anything super sneaky. I just was waiting for us to get bearish divergences up above this 618 here. And I just so happened to catch that early entry. I had a limit order set. Here's how it happened. I had limit orders set along the way up, coming up to the 0.65, because I thought potentially we would actually come up to the 0.65. And so what happened was I had 3 limit orders set, and the first one just so happened to be at 48,200. So that's how I got such a good entry. The downside to that is I don't have my full position size on here. I only have 1/3 of it on here, so, you know. But it looks good percentage-wise. It's still not a bad move. It's not bad money, but it's not as much as it could have been. But hey, at least it looks good on paper, right? That's all that counts. All that counts is external appearances in life, right? That's why we have social media in the first place. So we can look cool in front of other people that don't really care about us, but we want them to think we're cool, right? Absolutely. So let's pop into the chat real quick just to make sure everything's alive. Are we alive, guys? Are we here? Do we have anybody even in here? We've got some people in here. What's going on, guys? Make sure to smash up the like button, because as usual, if we can get this stream up to 750 likes during the stream, I will absolutely be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin during the stream. Do I think we can do it? No. No, I don't. I don't think we can do it. Not at all. We only have 176 people in here. Yeah, no one's in here. No one's in here. You know why? Probably because I made the joke about Dr. Fauci in the beginning. That will totally get you shadow banned, guys. That will get you shadow banned. You're not allowed to talk about the government officials. Not even in a lighthearted way, guys. Not even in a lighthearted way. You will get shadow banned. So everyone, make sure to share this stream. Make sure to call your mom. Tell her to come in and like the video. And yeah, maybe we could actually do the Bitcoin giveaway here. Maybe we could actually do the Bitcoin giveaway here. Yeah, okay. Let me just check one thing real quick, guys, and then we'll get into the charts and we'll talk about how we find the trade setups and how we pull the fib. All right, so shout out to CJB. Shout out to DJ Creo. Thanks for being a Patreon. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you do want to, the Patreon is available by going to patreon.com/Jason Casper, right here. But I don't recommend joining unless you've already gone through unless you already know how to trade, guys. And the course, I still have the $80 discount on the course if you're interested in that. Also, guys, I have a $500 discount on Market Cipher. $500 discount on Market Cipher. CryptoFace hooked it up. Shout out to CryptoFace. Basically, guys, for the first 50 people who do this, and you use my affiliate link and the code BILLYGUNZ, you can get $500 off Market Cipher lifetime. Okay, I'm posting it in the chat here, and let me actually put it in the description of this video. You can get $500 off Market Cipher lifetime. All right, so let me turn off all this stuff here, and let's get into this. Let's talk about how to find these scalps. How are we going to find these scalps? People always ask me, how do I find the scalps? How do I know when to enter the scalp? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you in this video. Now, if we are looking for a swing trade and not a scalp, now this is important, y'all. Listen up, y'all. If you're looking for a swing trade, not a scalp, here's what you got to do. The swing trades are going to come about when everything is pointing to the same exact thing. What I mean by that is this. Take a look, well, take a little look up here, right, where when we took the short, right? Now, I would consider this short a swing trade in a way. When I say everything's pointing in that direction, or better yet, let's talk about the long. Let's talk about the long that I took from back last Thursday, which, what day is today? Sunday? So Friday, so back here, I longed from right down here on August 12th. And how did I find this long? Everything was pointing in the same direction. What I mean by that is this. We had a big old juicy green bottom printing on the 1 hour time frame. We had a hidden bullish divergence printing on the 1 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, we could see that we were about to print a big old juicy green dot. So the 4 hour time frame was telling us we're about to print a juicy dot. We had a bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, do you guys see this? Momentum was coming down while price was putting in a higher low. That is called a hidden bullish divergence. And so for a swing trade, we want everything to be pointing in the same direction. The high time frames need to be pointing in one direction. So the 4 hour is telling us bullish, a divergence and a big old green dot on the 4 hour below the zero line. We come to the 2 hour. What do we see on the 2 hour? Same thing, hidden bullish divergence and a big old juicy BitBoy green dot down here, right? These big old BitBoy dots here. Okay, shout out to BitBoy. We come to the 1 hour, what do we see? The same thing. We see a massive bullish divergence with a big old dot. We come down to the lower time frames, and what do we see on the lower time frames? As we're coming down to those juicy BitBoy dots, we see a regular bullish divergence on the 12-minute time frame, where momentum is getting lower. I'm sorry, while price is getting lower, wow, momentum is getting higher. So we're mixing hidden divergences on the higher time frames with regular divergences on the lower time frames. And this is always going to be a powerful signal that you can enter a swing trade when the high time frames and the low time frames line up with each other and are giving you the same signal. That is how you're going to find a swing trade entry. And if we go to a higher time frame, like maybe the 12 hour, and we take a good old fib, right? And we pull the fib from the swing low to the swing high, okay? We can see that not only were we getting those bullish confirmations on the 4 hour, on the 2 hour, on the 1 hour, on the 12 minute, on the 6 minute, right? We're getting those confirmations across all time frames. You guys see this? Across all the time frames. On the 6 minute, let me remove this line so we can see more clearly here and remove this circle. But we can see on the 6 minute, as price is getting lower, money flow is getting higher, okay? We can see right here, price is coming lower. Money flow is starting to get higher. The momentum waves are starting to get higher. Okay, in fact, actually, you can't really see the money flow here, but that's okay. That's okay. The retest of the 618, you definitely see the money flow, but the initial entry here, you don't see the money flow, but mixed with the higher time frames telling you bullish divergence, the lower time frames, bullish divergence, bullish divergence. Notice where price comes down to. Price comes down to the Fibonacci 618 golden pocket. Most of the time, I would say probably over 85% of the time, if price is coming down to a golden pocket, or if price is coming up to a golden pocket, and you have divergences on the higher time frames telling you one thing, and you have divergences on the lower time frames telling you the same thing as we come into that golden pocket, I would say 85 to 90% of the time, you've got yourselves a pretty good dang swing trade on hand. And that's exactly what we got. Look at the trade, guys. Look at what happened after we came down to that golden pocket with the divergence. What happened? 8%, which is a lot for Bitcoin. You're using some leverage. 231% gain. okay? Yeah, I do use some leverage, guys. I use some leverage. Shout out to Carl from the Moon. My favorite picture of me and Carl when we were at the county fair together, I was trying out a new tractor. And obviously, you know, I have to make sure that the tractor can support not only me and my laptop so I can trade while I'm out there on the old farm, guys, but I have to make sure it can support my Bible too. Because y'all know I'm a big old Bible thumper around these parts. Jason Casper is a big old Bible thumper. Look at this Bible, all right, guys? This is the Bible I use, King James, all right? And look at this, look at the size of this thing, right? When I open this thing up, it's a big old Bible, right? Now, why am I talking about this? Well, I was reading Isaiah this morning, guys. Going through the book of Isaiah. A great book. Highly recommend it. Chapters 40 through 66 are some of my favorite, but chapter 12 probably. Chapter 12, chapter 25, chapter 26, also some of my favorites. Chapter 12. You know, it's a good song. It is a song originally, by the way. So anyway, trying out the tractor. Carl from the Moon was there. We're talking about TA. We're having a good old time. And shout out to Carl. So when everything's pointing one way, guys, that's how you know you're going to get a good old swing trade. So I consider this to be a swing trade. I'm also long from right here, guys. I'm also long from down here. That trade is in massive profit. So I layer my swing trades, right? I'm in a swing trade from down here at 34K. I'm in a swing trade from down here at 37K, and now I'm in a swing trade from right here. So I'm layering in as we're coming up in this uptrend. Every time we hit a significant dip, I'm looking for a long entry, and I'm looking to hold a portion of that position along the way up in hopes that Elon Musk comes out of his bathroom one morning, holding his Twitter phone, and just starts tweeting away on this dang thing, okay? And sends us all the way up to 100K. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's how you're going to find those swings, guys. Now, how are we going to pull our fib? Let's talk about how we're going to pull our fib. Because people are like, how do you pull the fib? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how to pull the fib. What the fib does, y'all, is this. Shout out to everyone whose mom is watching the stream, by the way. Shout out to everyone who's watching the stream. Who's my favorite Bible character? I don't know who my favorite Bible character is, but I'll tell you one of my favorite authors of Scripture is probably the prophet Zechariah. Zechariah, because his name means the Lord remembers. And there are some of the most beautiful promises in that book that give me a lot of hope for my Jewish brothers and sisters. Because the Lord remembers. The Lord remembers his covenant. He remembers his promise that he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And because the Lord is faithful, then we can also have hope that he will be faithful with us, regardless of who we are, whether we are Jewish or not. The Lord is faithful. The promise to Abraham was to resurrect all the nations in the seed of Abraham. So, lest we wax religious, which I am wont to do, as many of you know, let us pull out some fibs. How are we going to pull the fib? What the fib does is it's basically measuring retracements. That's why it's called the Fibonacci retracement tool. Nimrod, Nimrod in the house, who says, Shalom, Shalom from Israel. Shalom, Nimrod. That's an interesting name you got there, Nimrod. It means we will rebel. So when we're pulling the fib, we're going to measure 100% of the move, okay? And what happens in an uptrend? Look at price here. Price doesn't just go up like the red line I drew. Price comes up and then down, and then 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 up and then down, and up and then down, up and then down, up and then down, up and then, right? And so what the fib tool does is it is finding areas where price is likely to retrace to. Now let's take this chunk of price action for example right here. If you ever see a move to the upside and then price begins to dump, that's when you pull out your fib. And you're going to pull it, if price is pumping and then starts to dump, you're going to pull it from the swing low to the swing high, okay? If price is pumping and starts to dump, you're going to pull your fib from the swing low to the swing high to find levels of support on the way down. If price is dumping and then starts to pump up, okay, like it was down here, Then you're going to pull the fib from the swing high to the swing low to find levels of resistance on the way up. So notice what happens. Price is dumping down. We have 100% of the move right here. When price starts to come back up, where are some of the areas where it's most likely to get a reaction? Well, the most reactive area is the 618 right here. We have the 382 and the 618. So if price is dumping and then starts to pump, then you can pull your fib from the swing high to the swing low to find resistance. If price is pumping and starts to dump, then you can pull your fib from the swing low to the swing high to find support on the way down. Now, the fib can work in a trending market. If we're in an uptrend, you primarily want to be looking for supports on the retracements. You never want to buy high, right? You never want to buy high. We longed right here. And the reason why I longed right here, this is actually a trade I did enter. It's a trade I entered. I don't even know if I have the trade anymore, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I have it here anymore. But I posted it. You guys who follow the channel know I actually am long from here. I'm long from here because we got a bounce off the Fibonacci 382 level. And here's the thing. If we're in an uptrend, to avoid buying high, like what happens is this. We get a pump like from right here, and we pump. People are like, I'm not going to FOMO in, I'm not going to FOMO in, I'm not going to FOMO in. And then finally, we get a little tiny dump, they FOMO in, come up a little bit more, and then boom, we drop. You don't want to FOMO in. If price is pumping, you need to come up with a plan and wait for price to retrace back down lower. Ideally, you want price to retrace to one of these fib levels, right? And so what we're going to do is if price is pumping and it starts to dump, we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high. And at these levels, that's where we're going to be looking for trade entries. We're going to wait for price to come to these levels. If price doesn't come to one of these levels, either you need to find a different level to trade, which fibs are not the only way to get levels. You guys know I use volume, I use moving averages, I use just daily and weekly support and resistance. I use a whole bunch of things. And by the way, if you guys want to learn how to do that, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This is the comprehensive trading course, changing the way people approach these markets. Going through all technical analysis, how to use Market Cipher in extreme detail, how to have a strategy, giving you strategies I use, how to use risk management so that even if you lose more trades than you win, you're still profitable over time. I do have an 80% discount in the description. $80, not 80%, $80 off. Shout out to Rick4962. Yeah, so you're signing up to Market Cipher now. If you want the $500 discount on Market Cipher, guys, that Crypto Face, shout out to Crypto Face, provided a $500 discount. You need to click my affiliate link and then use the code BILLYGUNZ. The discount will not work any other way. He made it specifically for my affiliate link here. Okay? In the chat. That's how you do it. That's how you get the discount. But it has to be Market Cipher lifetime. It's not, you can't do the $500 one. So that's how we're going to do it in the uptrend, guys. And so when I am posting swing trades or scalp trades, specifically scalp trades, I'm just doing this on a lower time frame. I'm doing this on a lower time frame. So let's look at what happened this morning, how I was able to get that scalp. So this morning I wake up, right? And you guys know I'm short from up here. I'm short from up here. And so what we have right here is we have a swing low, right? Because I'm long from down here. Long from down here. And here we go, guys. Going to Pump City right now. Bitcoin going to Pump City. Let's go, Bitcoin. And we have our swing high up here. Now, I'm already long from down here, and I'm short from up here. So I'm hedged in a very advantageous situation right now because if price pumps or dumps, I've already entered trades on the short side, trades on the long side. I've already locked in the profit, meaning when I enter the trade down here, I take profit right here and move my stop loss to right here. And when I enter right here, I take some profit right here, move my stop loss to right here. So basically, these are both guaranteed winning trades. Even though I'm long and short at the same time, they're guaranteed to exit the trade with more money in my account than when I started. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. And then while I'm long and short, might as well look for some scalps. And so what you do is you're going to pull your fib from the local swing low to the local swing high. and you're going to ask yourself, are we coming down to a significant fib level? Is there a fib level soon in my future? And this morning when I looked at the charts, when I came here and I posted that trade setup a few hours before we entered the trade setup, basically all I was doing was I was pulling out fibs and saying, look, I have a plan. This is a potential long scalp. If we come to the 618 with bullish divergences on the lower time frames, I plan to only enter from the golden pocket if the divergences are there. I plan to take profit early and move my stop loss to my entry. It may not happen, but if it does, this is my plan. So I have a plan. My plan is very methodical. It's very strategic. I'm not guaranteed to enter a trade, right? I'm basically saying I'm only going to enter a trade if X, Y, and Z happens, okay? Sometimes you might not be able to get in a trade every day. Sometimes you might take 6 or 7 scalps in a day. Sometimes you might take no trades in a day. You have to have a plan and wait for that plan. And if your plan doesn't happen, don't try and force the trade. So this is what I saw first thing in the morning. So what actually happened? Well, we can see that pretty much exactly what I wanted to happen happened. And a lot of times, guys, here's something else. Remember, I posted the trade entry when we were right here. And we were printing a big old green dot in the 24-minute. We were even printing on and off I'm sorry, that's not true. We were not printing a bottom on the 1 hour, but it looked like we were about to. And this is why patience is so key. Because after I posted the potential trade entry, guess what? Price starts to pump. And then we get a higher low and start to pump again. And people are starting to feel like, oh no, I missed the boat. I missed the boat. Don't feel like you missed the boat. Wait and be patient for that trade setup. Because look at what happens here. Look at how the price wicks down right to this golden pocket. And as soon as it does, look what we've got going on the 24-minute time frame. Boom, bullish divergence. Price is coming in making a lower low. Momentum's coming in making a higher high. Boom, the chickens start drinking, guys. The chickens start drinking. That's how you're going to find the scalps, right? And you only enter if those things happen. If we had come down to this level and the momentum wave on the 24-minute was lower than the first momentum wave, and momentum and price were both making lower lows, then I don't enter the trade, y'all. I just don't enter the trade. I stay strong, you know? I stay strong, and I wait for the next trade. That's what you got to do. And, you know, you're going to have your losses, guys. You're not going to win every trade. You're going to have your losses. But look at how the fib levels are respected, right? We've got the old 618. We've got the old 382. And not only that, guys, the 382, check this out. We turn on good old Market Cipher SR. Where's good old Market Cipher SR? Right here. Boom. Market Cipher SR. We come up to the VWAP, like as usual, the VWAP acting as dynamic support or resistance on Market Cipher SR. We flop up above the VWAP, shoom, come right down. I took some profit out at the VWAP. Because that VWAP is usually, if we're trading below the VWAP, guys, the VWAP is acting as our resistance. Check it out. Again, rejecting off the Wappinator, the happy wappy. Okay? So, shout out to Wes X Productions, who's killing the XRP longs. Shout out to Sloth Poop, who's laughing at my hat and glasses. Shout out to Huey420, who says, do I think we'll test 50K this week? It's very possible. Shout out to Robert Bonar. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, the chickens are drinking, guys. The chickens are drinking when we enter the long because we got the divergences. Now, keep in mind, because this is a scalp, right? This was a scalp. The higher time frames were not necessarily in my favor. Okay, we go to like the 6-hour time frame. You know, it's still pretty bearish as we're coming down to here, right? Of course, I'm holding this because I think potentially the higher time frames could start to push us upward. But look at the trend, guys. The trend is not my friend right now. If I'm longing, the trend is not my friend. From my short up here, which I took right from this wick, you know, literally right from the top, right? Right from 48.2K. 48.2K. That was a crazy entry. I like to look at it. 48.2K. Right from the top, guys. Ever since that point, we've been in a local downtrend, right? We had the massive bearish divergence print on the high time frame, like the 6-hour. Look at how bearish that is, right? And so you know, the trend is not my friend right now. And so we're not necessarily, like for the swing trades where we are waiting for everything to line up in our favor. For these trades, you know, we are only looking for the higher time frames. Shout out to Sva for the donation on Super Chat. Thank you for being here, Sva. Svach, I mean. I'm pretty sure that H has got the ch in there because it's got a little dot under it. Svach. Thanks for being here, Svach. And I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Shout out to you. First Coast Crypto, what is the Market Cipher coupon code? The Market Cipher coupon code is in the description of the video. It's BILLYGUNZ. I'll post it in the chat one more time, but it's in the description. Okay, $500 off Market Cipher lifetime. It has to be lifetime, guys. Not it can't be the $500 package. It has to be the lifetime package. I guess it's not coming into the chat here, but that's okay. Right, the chickens are drinking non-alcoholic beverages. So why do I call it chickens drinking water? Well, let's see here. Oh, guys, follow me on Twitter, by the way. Jason Casper. Follow me on TikTok, too. Actually, my TikTok got banned. I don't know why. I posted about Bitcoin, I guess, or something. I don't know. Really weird. My TikTok is banned right now. So, what are we looking for? Chickens drinking water. Here we go. The reason why I call it chickens drinking water is because it looks like chickens drinking water. If anyone's new here, check out these chickens and look at how they drink water, okay? There we go. Now, what happens to the price? When we come down to a level and we print a bullish divergence when we come to the 618, look at what happens. Price dips down really fast and then gets bought up really quick. See, we wick down. We can see that wick even on a lower time frame, the 20-minute time frame. Look at that wick. It's a very short period of time on the 7-minute. Look at how fast it happens, even on the 1 minute. Look at this. We come down, hit that 618, boom, super fast buy up. That is called the chickens drinking water. The price reacts the way a chicken drinks water. A chicken, look at this red chicken right here, okay? I also have these Rhode Island red chickens. I had a chicken, my hen yesterday, she died, I think of a heat stroke, I don't know. She passed away. Her name was Runty, and it's really sad. Poor Runty, I miss her. She was sick, and she got better, and now she's dead. What the heck? So look at how the chicken drinks water, okay? We're going to slow this down for the sake of our viewers, because this is important TA, guys. You're not going to get this on. You're not going to get this on CNN. You're not going to get this on satellite TV or cable TV, okay? Now watch this. Look at what the chicken does. The chicken right here is going to. The chicken's beak is the price, and the water is the golden pocket. The chicken, hang on. The chicken's going to shove her beak down into the water really fast. There she goes. Boom, 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 boom. Hits the golden pocket. Okay? Now, just like the price hitting the golden pocket, remember the price is the chicken's beak. The golden pocket is the water. The beak comes into the water and then real quick gets snatched up. Okay? Look at this. Now, watch what the chicken does. Pulls the head out of the water. Okay? And then takes the beak and goes, drinks that water down. See? Look at the beak go. Look at the beak. Okay? That's exactly what's happening with the price. And so that's why it's called the chickens drinking water type of trade setup here. And, yeah, poor Runty. Yeah, common sense philosophy, you are correct. That's most likely the cause of death. I'm going to take that to a lab, and I guarantee that will be the cause. So, yes. And also, let me see what else here. So that's why it's called the chickens drinking water, guys. And, it works very well, even if you're trading counter trend. If you're trading counter trend, okay, and you come down to a golden pocket, even the low time frames can give you confirmation here. Okay, even the low time frames can give you confirmation. Now, if you're looking at the 1 minute, there's something you have to be aware of. The 1 minute, you're looking for the divergences on the 1 minute, okay, which we clearly see coming in, right? We clearly see the divergences coming in. But on the 1 minute, you might only see the money flow diverging. Okay, the money flow is enough on the 1 minute to be a divergence, right? Look at the money flow. As price is making the lower low, the money is coming back into the asset. If we go to a higher time frame like the 6 minute, well, now we can see, as we come down to the golden pocket, now we can see that we actually have not only the money flow, but also the momentum waves coming up, okay? We come to the 24-minute time frame. Now we clearly see the momentum waves giving us that divergence, okay? So we need to be able to look in advance and see this happening, right? The green dot is not going to print on the 24-minute until the move is over, right? Until the move is over, that green dot is not going to print. Like, look what happens actually. In this case, the green dot prints on the 24-minute before we even come down here. So in this case, you would have had good confirmation. You would have had a confirmed green dot before the dump. This is why we don't want to enter the trade early, because you could have said, look, anchor, trigger, let me go ahead and long. And yeah, you could have longed, and it still would have been a good trade, but you could have gotten a better entry if you just waited for the golden pocket. And there's something so nice, guys, about entering a chickens drinking water trade and seeing, I mean, if you got some leverage going on, seeing your trade, you're making massive profit in a matter of minutes. In a matter of minutes, you're making massive profit. It's so much better than entering a trade and we're a little profit, a little drawdown, a little profit, a little drawdown. I don't know, starting to second guess myself. Ain't no second guessing when the chickens are thirsty, y'all. Them chickens thirsty, them chickens want some water. Finger licking good profits, I'm telling y'all, all right? Down south, that's how we do it, guys. Shout out to A with the super chat. Says, loving your streams, brother. Finally learning TA and discipline on a consistent basis. Yeah. Well, cool. Yeah, thanks WesX Productions for the words. Thank you everyone who's sending their condolences for Runty. Yeah, interesting, Mr. JL. Is TikTok really cracking down on crypto-related content? That's so interesting. Thanks, Sudeep, for your wishes or your condolences. Yeah, sad. She was a family favorite, and my poor daughter today. She went out. She's like, she's only 2.5. She comes out there. She's like, "Where's Runty?" I'm like, "Oh, Runty's dead. Runty's all gone." Sad day. She was a really nice chicken. She was a beautiful chicken, a fat chicken. Man, I've had some bad luck with these copperneck Morans. I had a whole bunch of copperneck Morans. I had 7 of them. Now I have 1. They all either dropped dead. I had 1 drop dead over the winter, I think from being too cold. I had 1 drop dead over the summer, I think from being too hot. I had 1 get gout and die because she got paralyzed from it. Because I was feeding her layer feed before she was laying. I didn't realize that would cause gout, or could cause gout. I had 2 of them get ripped to shreds by wild hawks. And now I've just got 1 laying hen left. Her name is Honeydew. If anyone wants to know about Honeydew, my only copper Moran left. And then I have a beautiful copper Moran rooster. He's beautiful. So, yeah. If you're scalping, guys, don't worry about the higher time frames as much as those lower time frames. Don't worry about the higher time frames as much as the lower time frames. And you can do this on very small time frames. Just remember, the smaller the time frame, the harder it is to get the trade. Right? Watch this. Let's just say, I don't even know if this did anything here. But, you know, what a big surprise, right? Is it any surprise that, let's go to a lower time frame and see if we actually got a bullish divergence. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we did, right? We got a slight bullish divergence on the 1-minute time frame as we come down to this fib level right here. It's very slight. But if we just connect the green dots, right? Connect the green dots. It's the slightest bullish div on the 1 minute. And look. And so it doesn't really matter as much the time frame. If you have, and here's the thing though, if you're scalping on these low time frames, remember guys, this is only, you know, a 0.75% move. You really need to be able to limit in. If you see this happening, you got to set your limit orders here. Because if you mark it in, okay, now you have the fee. And if you have to mark it in, then you must limit out. You must enter the trade and then real quick go on Bybit or PHEMEX, set your limit orders. Set your limit orders. I always take, you know, 10% out, another 10% out right away, 20% out right away. Hey, Rick, read your last message. Let's see Rick's last message. Rick. Rickety Rick, can you just type it again, bro? Can you just type it again? I don't see your last message here. Oh, Discord ID. I'm filling out account now. Please check out Aquaphonics. My Discord ID, Rick. Oh, your Discord ID. You need to put your Discord ID, bro. So your Discord ID is basically, if you're in Discord, it's you. It's you, my friend. This is me, Jay Casper. It's my Discord ID right here. Okay? Click this right here. It'll copy your Discord ID just by clicking it. And then you put that in Market Cipher, and then you will get into the Market Cipher Discord right here. Because when you get Market Cipher, you get access to Discord, where you get access to CryptoFace and Flopping Groper giving trade calls and technical analysis. That comes with Market Cipher. You also get access to all the tutorials and stuff in here, the swing trading floor, scalp trading floor, and the fireside chat, where people just hang out and talk about whatever. All right? So you got to make a Discord account, Rick. You got to go ahead and click this thing to copy your name. And yeah. Okay. I got so many messages I have to check in here, guys. I'm sorry. It takes me a long time to go through everything. So we talked about the chickens drinking. We talked about the Discord. Bitcoin's breaking out right now. Thank you, Raul, for your condolences. And also, guys, yeah, so Bitcoin's breaking out right now. I'm up in here. I'm in a Bitcoin long from earlier this morning, still in it. Check it out. It's up right now about, 32%, right? 32%. I'm trading it on PHEMEX, and I call it PHEMEX and not PHEMEX, guys. But this is it currently right now, up about 32%. I did take profits when it was 35%, okay? I'm hoping we come up higher. My Ethereum trade is currently up right now. Let's see here. Go to positions. Ethereum. My Bitcoin long from 37K is up 566%. My short is up 96% from 48.2. My ETH long right now is up 96%, guys. It's up 96%. Check it out. And yeah, I do have some high leverage here, guys. I'm still using good risk management, but the reason I'm not concerned about getting liquidated is because these kinds of trades, you're either going to get the bounce or you're not. You're either going to get the bounce or you're not, right? And let me take some more profits. I'm up 96. Let me take some profit out of here, guys. I'm going to limit out a little bit more. This is up a good amount of money. I'm going to go ahead and close by limit. I'll do a little bit more than 10%. I will do maybe like 15%. Boom. Order successfully filled. Limit in, limit out, y'all. Up 112% right now, guys. That's crazy. 115%. That is insane. That is insane, guys. All because of Market Cipher and some golden pockets. And these glasses don't hurt. They don't hurt either, all right? And this Pikachu hat don't hurt neither, all right? And I'll tell you what else don't hurt. Doing some push-ups. Okay, let's check out Ethereum. Man, look at this ETH trade, guys. Look at this. Same thing. All I did. And again, it wasn't stressful. It wasn't a stressful trade. It was an easy trade. The reason it was an easy trade is because we come to the potential ETH trade setups in here, and I posted this. I was going to the park with my daughter, right? Going to the park, and sometimes they lose, guys. Like this trade, this one was a loss, okay? We got a little bounce off the golden pocket, and we fell right back through. But look, the divergences weren't really there. They weren't really there, all right? This was a stupid trade. I had a limit order set there, and I forgot about it. It got filled. We got a tiny little bounce, stopped out. Not a big deal. But if the divergences are there, like this, guys, you saw it happening in advance, right? I was going to the park with my daughter. I get in the car. She's like, Abba, let's go to the park. I'm like, all right. We get in the car. What do you do every time you get in a car? What do you do every time you take a pee? What do you do every time you go into the other room? What do you do every time you go outside? What do you do every time you go inside? What do you do every time you wake up? What do you do every time you lie down? You check the charts, right? Because that's what we do. We're Bitcoin traders. We're crypto traders. We're addicted to the charts. We can't do anything without checking the charts. Your wife asks you to go take out the garbage. You're like, sweet, I get to go take out the garbage. And while I'm out there, I'm going to stand there for a while and look at the chart. She won't know. She won't know. She won't say, hey, Jason, why are you looking at the charts during family time? Yeah, she won't know. You're taking out the garbage. It's all good. You get a little time to go check the charts, right? So you're in the car, ready to go. The car's on. You have it in reverse, but your foot's on the brake. Well, let me take this opportunity to check the chart. You check the chart. This is what you see. We're coming down to a golden pocket. Getting some bullish divs right here, okay? What do? Set a little limit order right in here. Set some limit orders. Just you can see it's set limit orders with stop losses that have good risk management, not financial advice. Remember, this is not financial advice. If you think this is financial advice, you're mistaken. You know, if you take anything I say as financial advice, this face will haunt you for the rest of your life. This face will haunt you for the rest of your life. You're going to look at these crooked teeth for the rest of your life, be burned into your brain, all right, when you're sitting there with no money because you thought I was giving financial advice, okay? It's not financial advice, guys. It's absolutely not. And so what I did, right, for entertainment purposes only, because I'm not really trading, guys, it's all fake. I'm just analyzing a chart and for entertainment purposes, right, not financial advice. But, you know, what I would have done if I was really trading is just set some limit orders right here. Okay, just set some limits here. And they get filled. What I did was I set an alert right here, right above the 618. I set an alert so that as price dumps down, I get an alert, I open up the chart. If I can see that there's no divergence, I go shut that limit order off. But if I see the divergence is still there as we come to the chart, I just keep the limit order there. The limit order gets filled, right? And then boom, we enter the trade. And as soon as I entered the trade, get a nice little bounce, you know, a nice little bounce. Actually, this was an interesting situation because we got a bounce. I moved the stop loss to the entry. I got stopped out, but then I jumped right back in at the same exact entry. You can see the first time I entered it was 3,116 and 39 cents. The second time I entered it was 3,116 and 72 cents. But again, I take some profit out, move the stop loss to the entry, and we're on our way. And then I just chill at the park with my daughter. The chickens are drinking water. I'm on the swings. I'm going on the slides. It's a fun time, guys. Look at this. Look at the chickens drinking. Okay, get back home from the park, come take a look at the chickens, and yeah, you could tell they're well-watered. You could tell this is a well-watered chicken from well water. We have a well on the property. She's very happy. She's very quenched of her thirst, right? That's how it happens. So, you know, and this is super bearish right here. Look at this candle. This is bearish. This is a bearish candle. We got rejected big time. I wonder what happened. Okay, we came above the WAP, the VWAP. Let's see what happens at the VWAP, guys. Are we going to bounce off the VWAP or reject off the VWAP? The Happy Wappy. You know, you go to McDonald's to get your Happy Wappy meal. You know, they give you a nice little toy. You know, McDonald's, what a great marketing gimmick, you know? They're like, man, how do we sell people on this poison? Oh, I know. We'll put it in a place where we know there's no other good food around, and the parents definitely didn't pack healthy snack for their kids, but their kids need to eat. They're cranky. They're crying. What do we do? Well, I know. We'll give them a toy with the meal. Then the kids will always want it. It'll make them happy, right? It'll make the kids happy. That's why we'll call it a Happy Meal, right? Yeah, it's good marketing, guys. McDonald's got some good marketing. The Happy Wappy, right? They love to see you smile, da-da-da-da-da, and all that stuff. The Happy Wappy's here. You know, this is going to act now. If we come back, if we bounce off of it, that's a good sign. If not, that's a bad sign. We can see on the 1 hour, the money flow is crossing over to the pink. But, well, I should say the purple, but that doesn't really mean anything too much because we can see that happening here as well. But the thing that does concern me is the fact that, you know, the old Bitcoin, if we just draw a trend line across these money flow waves on the Market Cipher Bizzle, we can see over time the money flow is in fact coming down, which makes me think this really could have been a significant top right here, guys. This week, we may come down this week. I'm glad I shorted the top because look at the 12-hour time frame, y'all. We got a bearish div right here. Although money flow is thick, we still have a pretty significant bearish div, which means we need to consolidate or come down. Even the daily time frame in about 4 hours and 52 minutes, we're actually, oh, no, we are no longer printing actually that, oh, this is Ethereum, sorry guys. For Bitcoin, On the 12-hour, on the daily, we are printing a bearish divergence right here. Okay, somebody in the Market Cipher Discord brought this to my attention last night, that on the daily we indeed are printing a bearish div. XRP. XRP, look at this, even XRP, guys, the golden pocket. XRP comes into the golden pocket. Into the golden pocket. Look at this, right? We've got a bearish divergence right here as we come into the golden pocket. Could have gotten a nice short out of that golden pocket off the 0.65. A nice 7% move, man, XRP. Shout out to Steve Knows, by the way. Steve knows. He knows. All right? I don't even know if the dude's a human. He might be artificial intelligence. I don't know. I don't want to know anyway. I don't want to know, but I'll tell you, the dude inspired me to trade some XRP because the dude's been killing it. I know a lot of y'all have been killing it with XRP. Okay. So I think we need to consolidate or come down a little bit more. But who knows, you know? Who knows? I don't know. So I'm still holding this long. I plan to hold it. It's clear momentum's coming up. The VWAP is looking pretty nice. You know, we'll see what happens here. But yeah, guys, so that's how you're going to use your fib to find these moves, and that's how you're going to use Market Cipher to find these scalps and swing trades. And if you wanna know more, go back, watch the stream. If you really want to know more and exactly how I trade and all my strategies, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course is kind of a good deal. I don't mean to toot my own French horn here, guys, but I have paid a lot more for courses that give a lot less info. Just saying. And this is all the stuff we go through, and there's an $80 discount in the description of the video. Let me post it in there. $80 discount. 80 bucks. That's like that's more than 25%, I think. And what else? PHEMEX, guys. If you want to start trading on PHEMEX, like your boy Jay Casper, you could use my affiliate link if you want to support the channel. It helps out. And yeah, I'm shifting over to PHEMEX, right? Been taking some trades on PHEMEX. This is my second real trade on PHEMEX. This scalp this morning, up 45%. And what else do we got in here? We got the $500 discount on Market Cipher, guys. Market Cipher, $500 discount in the description. And my private Discord, guys. If you want to join the Discord, you can become a Patreon. And the Discord is a good trading group. We have a lot of good traders in there. That's the Discord where I post all my trade entries. Not all of them, but a lot of the trade setups I take. I've been trying to post more scalps in here. People were saying you need to post your scalps in here. I'm posting them in now. It's a little hard to follow sometimes because they happen so fast. I even post videos of my chicken. I post pictures of my chickens in here, guys. Like, this is quality TA in here. I mean, look at this, right? Last night, you know, I would let everyone know that the chickens are not drinking right now because they're about to go to sleep. They're about to go to sleep, right? They line up on their perches, right? There's Milkshake. He's one of our roosters. And here's some of our red Rhode Island Reds, you know? They're going to sleep at night. They're like, what are you doing in here, Jay? What are you doing? Don't you know it's dark? Well, I had to tell them I'm locking you guys in here so that a raccoon doesn't come in. He'll kill all you. I don't want you guys to die, and girls. I want your eggs. And when you stop laying, I want to cook you. All right. Wow. Well, it's been a volatile day, guys. It's been a volatile day. The 2.5% move for Bitcoin. And for the Ethereum, it's been a... let's check it out here. Well, I didn't long from the bottom. I longed from like right around here. So a 3.6% move. So 5% all in all. If I was using 1x, it's not bad. It's not bad for 2 trades. And they were low stress, guys. So let's pop into the chat. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out to Svach. You're the best, bro. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's see if we missed anything. If there's anyone in here, Alexander says, hey Jay, can you please do a quick XRPTA? Not right now, Alexander, but I'm starting to do it in my Discord. Shout out to Crypto Yacht and anyone else from the Cloud Crew. Jagged Mountain. Jagged Mountain. It's been a while, Jagged Mountain. You still got them pretzels? I was just thinking about you, Jagged Mountain, the other day. I'm like, I wonder where Jagged Mountain's been. It's been a while. You know, it's interesting. Being a YouTuber, guys, there's a lot of turnover. There's a lot of turnover. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of turnover. And people come and go. You know, people come and go. It's kind of sad, you know. But shout out to the Cloud Crew, Crypto Yacht, Zaire, TK Movies, Call from the Moon. So how do you get the golden pocket? Asks the chosen one. Well, I'll tell you. Wait a second. Did I just see Pim? What's going on, Pim? Good to see you here. Glad you still got the Gengar. And Michael Johnson, thanks for being here, my friend. So, Michael, that's funny. What the heck? Am I racist? I'm not racist, guys. I'm the farthest thing from racist. First of all, I don't even believe in race, okay? I believe in the scripture, the word of God. According to the Bible, there is only one race, and that's the human race. Adam, right? God created Adam in his own image, okay? God says, Vayomer Elohim na'aseh Adam b'talmenu kidmutenu. Let us create man in our image and after our likeness. And we're all sons of Adam, all right? And something else is the fact that, you know, after we all got off the big old boat, we're all sons of Noah. And there ain't no such thing as race, okay? Race, to believe in race is racist. Honestly, because it means you're saying there is an objective difference between different groups of human based on evolutionary differences. And if you're going to go down that road, then you have to believe that some races are superior to others. But that's simply not true. There's only one race, the human race. So I don't even believe in race. I don't even believe in it. And I think people who try to use it as a divisive tool are foolish. And they're going to be judged for it because it's evil. Yes, there are different nations. Yes, there are different cultures. It's just like God's creation is so diverse and beautiful, right? There's different types of people. We have different colors. We have different cultures. It's just like how there's different types of dogs, different types of flowers, different types of birds. God's creation is very diverse and very beautiful. But we are all men, sons of Adam, created in the image of God. I hate race. I hate when people talk about it. It's not even a real thing. Sorry, don't mean to wax political. Ah, man. Rabbi Eduardo. He thinks I'm crazy. You know what? Rabbi Eduardo is crazy. I mean, Rabbi Eduardo is right. I am crazy. No, I'm not giving financial advice, guys. I'm not giving it. Nimrod agrees with me. Yeah. Good old Nimrod. My favorite builder of the Tower of Babel. Hey, Jagged Mountain, thanks for the pretzels. Oh, man, sorry to hear that. I don't. Are my Eagles or a Steelers fan? I don't watch basketball. I'm sorry. All right. So how do we determine the golden pockets? Let's talk about it. To determine a golden pocket, you're going to go to the fib retracement tool right here in TradingView. You're going to come over here to where it says pitchfork, and you're going to click this little right arrow, and you're going to come down, right? Click fib retracement. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick a swing low and a swing high. And you're going to go ahead and click the swing low and drag it up to the swing high and click again. Then if your fib looks different than mine, what you're going to do is you're going to double click it, okay? And there's different options in here. I usually only keep the 382, the 618, the 786 are the most important ones. The stock fib comes with the 236, the 0.5, the 618, the 786, and a whole bunch of fib extension levels. Okay? If you want to know more about that, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. What I do is I make a little custom thing right here, and you're going to make a custom one and just do 0.65, enter, and this will give you the golden pocket. Okay, this will give you the golden pocket. There's different options. You can put a trend line on the chart so you can tell where you pulled it from here to here. You can add other numbers. You can do custom numbers. Some people do like 0.66, right? Some people would do 0.67 to get different types of golden pockets, right? I do 0.65. That's what I like. And so you can put a background on it like this. You'll probably, when you first open it up, it's going to look disgusting, right? You gotta clean it up a little bit, but that's how you're going to get the golden pockets. Okay? That's how you can get the golden pockets. Yeah, everyone's Huey 420. Everyone's fib looks a little bit different, guys. It doesn't matter how it looks. It just matters that it functions properly. Okay? And the size doesn't matter either. Okay? It does not matter. Honestly, you could pull your fib and it could be really small, right? From here to here, it could be really small, or it could be much longer. You could have a much longer fib. You pull it from to the same exact place. You see, it's the same, but this one's much longer, but they both do the same function. That's all that counts. I'm telling you. I asked my wife, does the size matter? And she said, no, it doesn't matter, because as long as you're able to make money from trading, that's all she really cares about, as long as I'm able to support her. She doesn't care how long it is. And so it doesn't matter how long your fib pull is. It just matters that you have it at the right level, right? That you have it in the right spot. Shout out to Jose, who says, great calls, bro. I'm new to the VIP. Yeah, you know, Jose, I do try and provide a lot of value in that Discord. And the trade calls have been pretty on point lately, but just so everyone knows, you know, I do post losing trade calls. I try not to, but it happens, you know. It happens, you know. What you gonna do about it? Why are people leaving Bybit? Okay, I don't want to get into it now, but basically, as regulations continue to come with crypto trading, Bybit told CryptoFace to stop streaming, and so I'm branching out. I'm trading on PHEMEX. PHEMEX. All right, I don't call it PHEMEX. I call it PHEMEX. And yeah, so I've been trading on PHEMEX like this, and I'm still on Bybit, right? Still on Bybit. You know, this is my ETH trade on Bybit. This is my Bitcoin trade on PHEMEX. This is my short on Bybit and my long on Bybit. So I'm still trading the majority of my trades on Bybit. I'm moving my capital over to PHEMEX slowly yet surely, guys. And currently I'm only trading the Bitcoin inverse perpetual on PHEMEX. Right, Memory Man makes a good point. Guys, the Discord is a great resource. Not just because of me, but because of the traders on there as well, and the community, but you have to be invested in it, right? I post a lot of information on there. If you don't have time, like, you know, I posted this chart in there last night. If you don't have time to analyze this and look at the levels, right? You got to really take notice. Why are the rooster's eyes red, right? If you won't have time to catch things like that, if you're just passively in the Discord. Because the thing is, I post things in the Discord, you know, this Bitcoin short that I'm in, you know, from the exact top, you know, not, yeah, I mean, it really is from the top. I posted this thing, right? I posted this Monday, and I entered the trade Friday. So, you know, it you got to pay attention. If I post things in here, like these 3 potential trade setups, 2 of these never happened, and they still could. So you just got to be aware of what's going on. You got to set your levels. You got to take notes. I post my trade levels in here for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and now Ripple. Posting my actual levels in here. You can import them into your chart. You got to take notes. You got to set alerts if you really want to capitalize on this. PHEMEX, is it available for the UK? I'm not sure, Jagged Mountain. I'm really not sure. So Antoine wants to know, what if price is already moving and the limit order will not be activated? That's why you got to be on your feet. Michael Johnson said I could do stand-up. Oh, man. You know what's so funny is when I was in 5th grade, everybody thought I was going to be a comedian. Because believe it or not, I know you can't believe it, but I was the class clown. I know you guys can't believe that. I was. And people literally thought I was going to be a famous comedian someday. I remember my 5th grade teacher, she wrote that in my yearbook. But, you know, things have changed, guys. Now I'm just a trader with a Pikachu hat. Yes, the red eye of the rooster disappears as it drinks. What was I even talking about right now? Oh yeah, I don't know if PHEMEX is available in the UK. If price is already moving. That's why if you're scalping, Antoine, you have to really be ready for the setup. Like, you have to be ready. Like, this trade's right here. I had a limit order set before price got here. And so you have to foresee it coming. You have to look at the chart. And because here's the thing, like, you know, in the morning, when I was doing my TA on the toilet, as I usually do, you see it happening, right? You can see, okay, we came down, we put in an anchor wave right here. Money flow's starting to come up. We're starting to put in higher momentum waves. I have a hunch if we come down here, we're going to get a bounce, right? So you put in a limit order here. Maybe put 1 or 2 or 3 and split up your position size into 3 chunks. Put one right on the 618, one a little bit below, one closer to the 0.65. And as we come down here, now, like, here's what I do. I set an alert. I set an alert before we even touch the 0.65. Don't set the alert at the 0.65. If you do that, you're going to get the alert and be like, dang, I missed the trade, because the chickens are drinking. And when they're thirsty, they drink. And you guys have seen them, the way they dip the beak down in the water and pull it up and lap it up. It's fast, all right? It's fast. And so you have to have your alert set before we even get to that line. Like, set your alert like a little bit above. Because usually what happens is this. I'll tell you what usually happens. We come down and we stop before the golden pocket, and then we start to pump, okay? And then we get this random drop that takes out everyone's stop loss, and then we get the real pump. So you want to wait. When you see this thing happening, you see that initial pump, and you see that we're putting in a lower low on the momentum and then a higher low on the momentum, you have to think, what could happen here? Could we come down and get a bullish divergence out of the golden pocket? It's likely. You got to say it is likely. It happens a lot. So that's where you set an alert right here so you know price is coming down. Set an alert at the last low so that you know if price hits here, it's official. We're getting a bullish divergence. If price comes down to here, it's official. If we still have a higher momentum wave, it means we have a bullish divergence. And then it means, yeah, if we still have a bullish divergence and price is putting in a lower low, you might as well keep your limit orders here, and then they can get filled. Then you can limit in, and as soon as your limit orders get filled, you know, once we come up a little bit, limit out like 25%, move the stop loss to the entry, and now it's a risk-free trade. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. Stephen Wantabe, can you explain the golden pocket? Okay, the golden pocket is, shout out to It's Blaze, talking about the fractal. Blaze, can you shed a little more light, bro? Let me see if I see. I'm not good at spotting fractals. That's an area I'm lacking in. Hang on, I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. Excuse me, guys. What fractal are we talking about here? I'm so bad at spotting fractals. I need to get better at that. There's so many ways to trade, guys. This is just how I do it. Nimrod wants to know how I calculate taxes. Well, Nimrod, it's so funny. You got to make sure that you have an accountant that you trust and that you have a lawyer that you trust and that you follow the laws in your local area. Shout out to Flip the Whip. Yeah, I've been showing my face for a while on here, man. I've been showing my face. Yeah, golden pocket, golden nugget made from that chicken. Yeah, yeah, I like that. So Buck is on Patreon but hasn't got anything updated. Here's what you got to do. You have to connect your Discord through Patreon. So go to a blank Google tab and search for Connect Discord through Patreon, and it will give you a step-by-step thing to do it. I will go ahead and post this in the chat, but I don't post things on Patreon anymore. I just do it all in the Discord. Crypto Precision, you need to have a lawyer, you need to have an accountant that you trust. Crypto Manic says, let's get you on Around the Blockchain. That would be cool. I would like that. Shout out to Mason Smith from CryptoFace channel. Shout out to CryptoFace. Well, Crypto Precision, you know, it's different in every area. It's different in every area. Shout out to Bogdan Shvets, who says, after buying your course, I have finally corrected my 6-month losing trend. Well, awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. And now I'm trying to figure out how to legitimately make money from trading, being in the U.S. And, okay, yeah, the income. Bogdan, there's a number of different options. Number one, you could trade Forex, you could trade stocks. You don't have to only trade crypto, but if you are doing it that way, you know, I can't give any kind of advice like that, but I do recommend you find an accountant who deals with cryptocurrency, and that you find a lawyer who also will make sure that you are doing everything in a legal way. And that's, yes, Bogdan, I know the struggle. I know the struggle. Interesting, says It's Blaze, if the fractal plays out, which it looks like it will have an even lower wick coming down to 47.7. Wait, 47.7 is pretty high. Are you talking about the fractal coming up, or what are you talking about? Are you talking about what high? I'm confused. I'm sorry. Links to the course. Yeah, so the course, the link is in the description of the video. There's an $80 discount right now. I've had it for a while. Boom. Fractal Flows videos. Interesting. I'm going to have to copy this. Cool, I'll check it out. Mr. T says, I pity the fool who doesn't use Market Cipher. Can I show my fibs to find the short entry at 48.2? Absolutely. Now that entry was one we've been waiting for quite some time. I think for really, ever since we put in this low down here on June 22nd, that was a resistance that we had our eyes on, right? Those who are in the VIP Discord, y'all know, I've had my eye on that resistance for a long time. I plotted on my chart every single week because I knew if price ever did get there, it would be a juicy short. And let's zoom out here. And basically, I just pulled it from this high right here to the low on June 22nd. And boom, right into the golden pocket. Come right down. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, guys. 100% profit, literally overnight. Literally, this trade got triggered in my sleep, and I woke up 100% in profit because I had the plan in advance. You don't mess with the golden pocket, y'all. Now, my southern grandpappy used to always tell me, son, don't never mess with the golden pocket, all right? Never mess with the golden pocket, he would say. He would tell me, now grandson, don't ever mess with the golden pocket, all right? Pop back into the Chiznat here. Wow, we've been on for an hour and a half. Shout out to Bogdan. Yeah, may God bless you too, my friend. In Jesus' name. In Yeshua's name. Imatama de Belivlit as B'Shem Yeshua. But if you speak English, then in Jesus' name. Nice. It's Blaze. Fell asleep with a short from 47.9 and accidentally woke up with $1,000. You know, not so bad. You know what's so funny, guys? A lot of times I dream about the charts. I dream if I know I'm long, I'll dream that like price is dumping, or sometimes I'll have a good dream that price is pumping, and then when you wake up, you have to check. It's like the first thing you gotta do. You're like, let me check the charts. And you're like, I just woke up. You got one eye open, right? Because it's the light, the blue light from your phone, and you turn it all the way dim, right? Because it's dark. It's like 4 a.m. You don't want your wife to see that you're checking the charts at 4 a.m. She'll be like, why don't you get more sleep? You're going to get sick. You're wearing yourself down. Anyway, she just loves you. That's why she says it. She loves you. That's why, you know. It's nothing personal. She wants you to stick around. She loves you. She wants you to be there for the kids. But anyway, you're hiding it. You know, you got the pillow up on one side so she can't see the phone. And, you know, you're on here checking the charts. And sometimes the dream came true, right? We dreamed we pumped and we did pump, you know. Beam Pete says, how do you know to use that high? Well, Beam Pete, here's the thing. When it comes to fibs, right? When it comes to the fibs, you're not just, honestly, bro, all I can say is take a trading course. Take my course. You don't have to take my course. Take any course. Learn how to trade. Learn how to really use the fib because, you know, we go into much more detail here than I can on the stream, but really, you're not looking for, how do I say this? The way I trade is I come up with various plans, various scenarios where if this happens, then I will do that. But I don't just come up with one plan. I come up with multiple plans. So I've got tons of plans ready to go. So it doesn't matter to me if price pumps, if price dumps, if price does nothing. I've already got a plan ready to go. And so regardless of what happens, I've got a plan. And that was one of the plans. And so when I saw that specific plan happening, I went for it. You know, and when I went for it, it turned out pretty good. Baruch Hashem, right? Praise the Lord. You know, it's the Lord, the Creator God, who gives man power to accumulate any kind of sustenance in his life, right? Everything we have belongs to him and is from him. Every good gift comes down from above, from the Father of lights. And that's not just financial, that's everything. Our families, our friends, our relationships, small little things like a beautiful sunny day with some beautiful yellow flowers, hanging out with your daughter at the park, going on the slides. That's a gift from the Father in heaven. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Crobo 2010 knows exactly what I'm talking about with the wife in the bed and she loves you and she doesn't want you up at night and all that. How do you add the golden pocket number to your fib? Catherine wants to know. I kind of just went over this, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull the fib, then you're going to double click the fib, and you're going to just take one of these areas right here, like let's say the 3, right? The 3. Just check the 3, then change the 3 to 0.65, push enter, and boom. You got yourself a 0.65. You want it to be orange? Make it orange. Boom. Now you got yourself an orange 0.65. That's how you do it. You know? That's all. It's quite simple, my friend Catherine. It's quite simple. All right, so Dick Wad Bailey wants to know, what are your courses, scheduled, days, hours? It's all pre-recorded. It's all pre-recorded. The videos are in there. I don't have a course in the Russian language. I'm sorry. Robert Willington says, August Burns Red is from PA, Christian Metalcore at its finest. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of August Burns Red. YouTube channel says, I've been a Patreon for a while. It's super helpful. I do have that content in the course, bro. That content is in the course. It's well organized and it's put together well. I'm describing some people's lives with the whole checking the Bitcoin at night. Can I talk more about my TP levels? Yeah, so basically, like right now, if I'm scalping, I kind of just take profit along the way up, and I'm long from right here. So really, I've already taken profit, locked it in, stop loss at the entry. My next real take profit level will hopefully be up here. And if not, then probably right here, because I see some resistance right here at this previous high. And really, you know, shout out to Steve Knows, because he has a similar method I do, but as I do, where we enter trades and then we just we take profit out along the way up, like take out 10% here, 5% there, take a little bit out as you're going, because if you're taking profits out along the way up, you still have a decent amount of position open in case we pump up to 100K and Elon Musk comes out with his Twitter. But, you know, if he doesn't and we dump, or he comes out with the other kind of Twitter, you know, like the environmental type of Twitter, then you still made money on the trade, right? My swing trades, I usually set more concrete take profit levels. But if I'm scalping, I just kind of take what I can get. How much do you need in money to start with? Well, life goes on, bro. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on, number one, your skill level, your risk tolerance level, your risk management strategy. It depends on how much money you need to live. I mean, if you live in West Virginia in a double-wide trailer, you probably don't need that much, man. But if you're living in New York City, you probably need lots. All right? And if you're new, it can be more difficult. I don't use the Andrews pitchforks, but I've never even heard of that, Mason Smith. Is that regular pitchfork or Andrews pitchforks? I never heard of Andrews pitchforks. I see the Peter Schiff pitchfork right here. Ooh, fancy. That's some fancy stuff. This is fancy right here. Look at that. Look at that, guys. You know, you guys remember when you first started trading, and like the most basic things on a chart, like to you looked like this, right? And you got some person in here, like in some Discord group, and you know, you got all the acronyms and stuff going on, and they're like, yeah, they're like, this is the perfect, like, you know, they're like, it's the XST pattern, and I took an L with on the R and the, you know, fib, and this is what every chart looked like to me before I started trading when I was first learning. Like, I'd go on like Discords and people would be posting their TA, and like this is how everything looked to me. You guys remember that when you first started trading? And everyone else is like, "Oh yeah, dude, makes perfect sense." And you like don't know if you should ask a question because you don't want to feel stupid, and you don't know like too long or short. Yeah, that's how this would have looked to me like when I first started trading. Just this basic fib. If someone said, "Yeah, I shorted the 618," I'd be like, "Whoa, bro, you got to chill out with all the." You got to chill out with all this kind of stuff, man. You got to chill out with this. You got to chill out with these fib circles and stuff, and the spirals, man. You got to chill out with the spirals. You guys ever use fib spirals? You ever use a fib spiral? I've never used a fib spiral. I don't actually know anybody who has used a fib spiral. Nobody I follow, as far as TA goes, has ever used a fib spiral. But man, look at this. You know, in fact, let's check out some fib spirals right now. Let's take a fib spiral from this swing low to this swing high and see what we can get. Okay. I don't know if this is something, but it looks like we did bounce off of that this line right here. I don't know how that's really supposed to work. I'm not much of a spiraler. Let's check this out. I guess you have to do it right on the dot. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to use the fib spiral. What tool is the volume that I use to find the POCs? Okay, that is this right here, the fixed range. It's going to be under the prediction tools, fixed range down here. And it's really, you know, the POC is just a high volume node, right? So it's the same as if you had like a VPVR indicator on the chart, right? We can see that the point of control is really just a high volume node, right? We can see this high volume node right here. That's what it is. But it's telling you it's the highest volume node in the price action from here here. That's why it's called a fixed range, because this is showing you everything on the screen, and if we zoom out, it will actually give you the calculations of more than just what's on the screen. But if we zoom in, it'll give you only what's on the screen, and the fixed range will keep it fixed. Fixed, like your dog, right? Or your cat, right? If you're into that. You know, if you're into doing that to your animals, then great, you know. I don't know how to use Spider Lion's First Coast Crypto, but Crypto Yacht does. Yeah, Mason Smith seems like he knows everything. Mason Smith, yeah, hit me up sometime in Discord, man. Tell me all the deep, dark secrets. Tell me all those Masonic secrets, Mason, of the fib spirals. No, I don't really know how to use the Gone fan either. Do I use pivot points? I used to use pivot points. I don't really anymore. I have no reason not to. They actually work pretty well. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm actually going to have to cut this stream kind of soon. Let's see. Do we have 750 likes? Nope. Nope. Well, that's okay. We don't have it, but someday. All right, guys, well, receive this blessing in the Hebrew language, and the purpose of this blessing is to place the name of the Creator, the heavens and the earth, the Lord, upon you to bless you. And it goes like this: Yavarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which means in English, may the Lord bless you, may the Lord protect you and guard you, and may the Lord shine His light upon you, may He have grace upon you, and may the Lord lift up His face upon you and give you wholeness and completeness and peace in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. I do pray that all of you are blessed and that the Lord does reveal Himself to each one of you in a very personal way. All right, y'all. Peace. I'll see y'all, Lord willing, tomorrow. By the way, the VIP live stream is tomorrow at 10 a.m.